Hi guys, I'm Ron.
And I am Lindalee.
And we're coming together to put together a video series. And it's a video series about relationships and how we interact, how we deal with day-to-day stuff, how we deal with things that rock our world, how we deal with when we're not communicating well. Any number of things that we feel that we've encountered over the past 20 plus years in our marriage, we'd like to share with you guys. And it's not rocket science. It's more about what? Tell me.
It's more about honoring each other as people, respecting each other, and allowing you each to be individuals as well as a couple together. Yeah. And so we just feel like there's a lot of breakdown in communication, a lot of strife in relationships. And, from the onset of your relationship, it sets patterns, and they can be great patterns or they can be bad patterns. And so if they're bad patterns, we hope that we can help give you an awareness and some tools to navigate out of that. Or if you've had great patterns and then now you're just hitting a rough patch, we hope to help you navigate out of that because we did it. And so we know you can. And we are the best of friends.
Yep.
Very much in love even after all these years.
Yeah.
And I would choose him again.
So the great thing is as we've gone through this stuff, and there's blame always to be assigned. Most often it's her that's the problem. But I'm just kidding. It's actually just working through that stupid stuff. But in this first video, we'd like to give you an idea of kind of who we are and where our relationship started. And to do that, here comes Lindalee.
I go first. Okay. So I moved to North Carolina when I was 26 years old. I just had a fire inside of my belly that was pushing me to go out of my comfort zone and to move someplace completely different. And in hindsight, it was divine destiny because I moved here and I was a hairdresser by trade and needed to supplement my income while I built up a clientele. So I took a job at a restaurant and bar where this guy was working. And when I first met him, I thought, oh yeah, he seems like a great guy, but nobody I would want to date. And 2 months later, I was out to dinner with a friend. We ended up back at the bar to hang out that night, and he was there, and a little voice inside my head said, he's the man you're going to marry. And I was like, what? So I asked the bartender about him, and I said, what's his story? Is he dating anybody? And he started laughing because he said he just was asking the same thing about you. So that was it. We hung out that night, and we have been together ever since. And so it's not always been a smooth road, but it has been an amazing journey. And we've been able to navigate through everything that life has thrown at us so far. So we feel like we have a lot to be able to share. There's a lot of different factors in our lives and in our backgrounds. And so it's all good. So let's hear his story.
So the way my story starts out is Lindalee moved down. I do remember meeting her. And then she stalked me for 2 months. No, I'm just kidding. It was true. It was very true what she said. The night of her birthday, we were at the bar restaurant that I was working at, and she was too, hanging out in separate areas, but we gazed across the bar and kind of saw each other, and there was an interest there, and there was a chemistry. Little did I know that chemistry would lead to a relationship and a marriage of 2+ decades. But it did. And it kind of happened I wasn't looking for a long-term relationship, and I was just in school, I was working, and it was just one of those things. But divine guidance, I think, happened for me. And I think that was what was the neatest thing for me. anyhow, regardless, what happened was we did end up moving in together a few months after knowing each other and dating.
Living in sin. Sorry.
It was interesting. And then we got a dog. Another month after that, and that dog was with us. He was a rescue lab, and he was with us 12 plus years. So he lived to be almost 15.
Yeah.
But that's a different story. But it just happened. And it just happened. I never had the best tools to navigate a relationship. And that's what I've understood early on. And Lindalee was there for me to help me navigate some of this stuff. And in turn, perhaps I was more than a project for you. And I was, I helped you maybe. Who knows? But that's a little bit about us, and that's a little bit about our background. We do have one child, Michaela, and she's in college now, but so that's good.
So that's good.
I guess that's good. Who knows? But this is us. I mean, this is literally us, and this is kind of how we live. I want to be able to share with you the parts that we worked through and we had to concentrate on, and we had to delve into.
And we had to compromise. I mean, all the ways that you have to compromise in a relationship, it's tricky, and you have to put your ego to the back, to the back of the room, and concentrate on what you want and how you want the outcome to come out. So
that's a little bit of kind of what's going to be ahead of us. We're going to pick a few topics to talk about them and converse. It'll probably be more or less conversations between us, and we just hope that you'll enjoy it. We hope that you gain something out of it, and that's pretty much all we have to share right now. All I have to share.
Yeah, me too. We just hope that we can be an inspiration or have impact on you in some way. So thanks for tuning in.
And we'll see you soon. Bye.